On June 16th, 2018, a show designed for you, the Daily Commuter, went live.
Well, folks, dreams do come true. This is Have Faith, Let It Begin, and this is our first episode.
A weekly show all about faith.
Every day, we're going to battle storms. We're going to face challenges. But we have to remember that we're not going to do it alone. We have to have faith.
A show with motivational topics.
As you go into work today, don't allow anyone to steal your joy. Lift your head up high and know that God is with you.
Inspirational stories and personal testimony set out to change the world.
My wife and I are expecting our first child. I'm going to be a father.
Welcome to Have Faith. Let it begin. Here's your host, Angel Santana.
Good morning. Today is November 11th, 2019. It is Veterans Day. Let us remember that today is a day to honor all those brave men and women who have served and are serving their country with bravery, dedication, and self-sacrifice. My name is Angel, and this is Have Faith, Let It Begin. It is an honor to turn today's episode over to my nephew, Amari, who will have a essay that he wrote inspired by his grandfather, my father, Angel Sr. Amari, take it away.
Thanks, T.O. Angel, for inviting me to speak on your podcast, Have Faith, Let It Begin. Today, I'm going to read my Veterans Day essay, In Pride in Our Veterans. When most people think of superheroes, they think of superpowers and other unreal abilities. But when I think of a superhero, I think of brave, courageous, inspiring veterans. These are the real superheroes, fighting for our freedom no matter the cost, sacrificing so much, their sanity, their time, and sometimes their lives. Veterans should be respected, not just on November 11th, but every day. This year, what I have learned is that long ago, entering the military wasn't a choice. Citizens as low as 18 were drafted into the military, not able to have a choice. Recently, my grandfather told me that 2 weeks after he was married to my grandmother, he was drafted into the army. He was going to fight for the military for 2 whole years. After a few months of training, my grandfather was sent to fight in the Vietnam War. As he flew into the country to fight for the war, he felt scared and ill. But despite this, he kept going to fight for the war. Instead of giving up, he kept going, knowing he could die. Instead of running away from the danger, he ran to it. That is the heroic act of a superhero. Not the ones in fairy tales, not the ones in comic books, the real ones. After the war, my grandfather had seen things he could never forget and lost friends that he had bonded with. Even though the 11th months and 28 days he fought in the Vietnam War was tough, he came home with a sense of pride and accomplishment. As a result, my grandfather dedicated 23 more years of service in the National Guard. I am proud to say that my grandfather retired as a Sergeant First Class E7. Often during Veterans Day, people will think it's just the veterans, but it's more than that. The families. My grandmother would send my grandpa letters each day, hoping she would be able to see him again. Luckily, my grandfather came home safely. Not all veterans could have said the same. So on November 11th, let's try to not only thank these brave soldiers, but thank their loving families. The pride in our veterans.
We thank you, Amari, for giving us that beautiful poem. I'm going to call it a poem. We hope that everyone enjoyed today's special edition of the Veterans Day 2019. And we hope and pray that each and every day you're inspired to go and face the world and remember that all the sacrifices made by our military so that we could have a safer life. No amount of appreciation would be sufficient enough to honor them. Let us just pray for them and their families. Have a happy Veterans Day. Have faith. let it begin.
Hey guys, this is Mia Santana, and you're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin. Happy Veterans Day!